Hello guys, Film Student here, and this is my very first review. So today I'm going to be reviewing the film Spooks, The Greater Good. So Spooks is a film set in London, and it's based around MI5 and their agents. And a terrorist at the very beginning of the film escapes, played by Ellis Gable. Harry is in command at the time, and he believes there is a traitor in MI5, and he needs to hire someone who he can trust. So he hires Will, and together they must find this traitor, and they must also find the terrorist. So it's a pretty basic plotline. We've all heard it before, but it's never quite been done in this kind of way, I'd say. So the way how this film started immediately definitely felt very real. It's raining in London and they're trying to transport a terrorist across, and they have protection around, and before the terrorist escapes, but there isn't like full on action, there's not a full on gunfight. And Harry the commander it could become a gunfight, but Harry the commander says no, and they agree to let the terrorists go because of the worry for civilians, showing at the beginning that they have to make difficult choices in MI5, something which isn't really explained in normal films such as James Bond. However, just because this is an action movie does not mean at any point that it isn't good. This film builds up a lot of tension, which doesn't actually result to very much, but you just feel you're fully tense through a lot of moments. So much so that when a gunshot actually happens, you jump out of your seat because you weren't expecting it. However, I will say this, the film isn't fast-paced as well. It is also a slow film, which for me as well is not a problem. I'm fine with that. I don't mind not that much action, I mind a lot of drama. But if you don't like slow films, you should probably give this film a miss. My favourite part of this film though is the questioning between right and wrong, and the mystery of it, and complete uncertainty, and I really didn't know who to trust. There is so much realness, and it's so hard to think that people in real life do probably have to make some of the very difficult choices which are made in this film. There's a problem with being a hero. You can't save everyone. It's basically about the lesser of two evils. Saving as many lives as you can might potentially mean that you have to kill off other people, innocent people. And all of the main characters, including the terrorist, I thought, were all you could all understand every single one of them. And I think the terrorist, to be honest, I could understand the most. I didn't agree with what he was doing, but I could understand the reason why he was doing it. These characters, they also don't feel like they started at the beginning of the film. They have a past. There's a lot to learn about these characters, which isn't shown on the screen, making them, like I said, real again. It's a real film. Obviously, you do know actually part of the past from the character Harry in the first place, because he's been in the TV series. However, you don't have to have watched the TV series, of course. I have never watched it, and I still enjoyed the film a lot. I enjoyed the mystery of the character Harry, in fact. Sadly, this film isn't all perfect, though. The performances on it can be a little bit low on my point of view. They're not terrible, they just haven't... It's just not... I'm not watching it and I don't fully feel like the actor gave it them all, or they just weren't best for the part or something. The actor which I thought was doing probably the most was Ellis. I believed him and he as the terrorist, and I completely believed everything which he was saying, and I could really feel his anger, which with other characters I didn't quite feel. The chemistry between the characters can also be kind of a bit mediocre. The relationship between Harry and Will I thought was very good. Whenever any other character comes in, I really didn't feel anything for them. Like if they got shot, to be honest, if I was meant to feel anything, it didn't work. Cinematography is also incredibly irritating. At the beginning I didn't mind it, I thought it was quite good personally, but then it just kept on going and I was just irritated by it. There's far too many aerial shots, and they don't feel needed. If you're going to show a location, that's fair enough, but if it's just two different places in London, do I really need to see an aerial shot of that area where the character's there for like 5 minutes at the most? Really? Did I need that? Honestly, it wouldn't. If it wasn't there, the film would have continued and I wouldn't have cared less. I wouldn't be like, oh, I don't know where the hell this is. Where's an aerial shot? I need an aerial shot! Aerial shots aren't clever as well. They're just there literally to show the location when you still have writing which appears anywhere, which says the location anyway. At the end of the day, I think Spooks was a good film. I was able to have fun with it. I wouldn't watch it again, but I think if you go and watch this and you don't mind slow movies and you like a lot of drama, you'll have fun whilst watching this. I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5. I would go and see this film in the cinema. I don't think it's worthwhile waiting on DVD. I think it's a one-off, so you might as well just watch it in the cinema, enjoy the full-on tension of it, and enjoy it on the large screen. And yeah, you'll have fun with the film. So that's it, guys. If you liked anything or have any different kinds of views on Spooks, honestly, please comment below and subscribe.